Hey there. So, let's talk about warm-ups. Now in this video I'm not going to give you a warm-up routine. I personally believe that it should be something that's more personal in the sense that you warm up especially the places you need to warm up. So I don't think there is, one size fits all type of solution. Although granted, anything's better than nothing. So I will, however, show you the most popular warm-up routine there is. Anyway, me personally, I don't warm up for each and every single exercise. I believe warm-ups are something you do when you're preparing your body for harder efforts. So in my case, for example, when I go and do some speed work stuff, that's when the heart rate really gets high. That's when the pace picks up. That's when I'm doing stuff I wouldn't do in my everyday life. Now, as for zone 2 runs, easy runs, all that, in my case, it's not significantly different from my walking pace. It is faster for sure, but it's not like I'm going from, 0 to 60. It's easy, it's meant to be easy, it's slow paced, it's fun. So I don't feel like I really need to warm up for my easy runs, so I don't. Now, would I recommend that you do warm up? Yeah, I don't think there's any harm. But to me, it's just, I don't know. I did do it when I first started, but nowadays, just feels like it takes too much time. Especially when you're doing like an easy 30-minute run. Say on a easy 30-minute run, like I did the other day, feels almost annoying to do like a 10-15 minute warm-up for a 30-minute easy run where you don't basically break a sweat, and it's not that straining to begin with. So the warm-up feels almost harder effort than the run in itself. So yeah, I don't do it. It would be beneficial for sure, but I just don't. Now, as for the harder efforts, I do. I feel like I get better results from my training when I've prepared myself. I feel like it doesn't hurt as much. I'm not as sore the next day. And all in all, I feel like it's a good practice. So I do warm up properly on my hard efforts. And the way I do my warm-ups, I don't have a specific routine, but I start everything with a walk or a jog, just to feel out if and when there are any places that are aching, so that I know I need to focus specifically on those areas. And when I'm trying to feel out those aches and pains, I might hyper focus on one aspect of my jog, like really, overly step on my toes or bring down my toes so that I can feel if there's anything in the ankle or the calf, and or do an overly long stride to feel if there's anything in the knees or the hips, stuff like that, just to really feel if there's something that's going to cause issues during the hard effort. Because if it's aching a little bit during the jog, I guarantee you it's gonna hurt even more during your harder efforts, and that might be the reason you won't get the results you're looking for. Like, you might be able to push harder, go faster, but because, I don't know, your ankle starts hurting, you might have to tone it down a bit. So it's not as beneficial a workout as it would be otherwise. And after I'm done feeling out, I start warming up. My warm-ups are always dynamic. I don't do, static stretching. I do all sorts of things I feel like really loosen up the muscles and make the joints, move around. And especially focus on the parts that I felt that were aching or tight or sore. This is also where I try and incorporate some strides or some movements to help me with my running form, which also like loosen up the joints as well. But this is where I mostly do that sort of technical stuff. But yeah, it's as simple as that. Just move around, just, if it hurts, move it more. If it doesn't, move it less. Or make it a point to go from toes all the way to the head. Like, even though running, for me at least, it's mostly my legs that are doing the work, I still make sure I try and open up my chest, rotate my shoulders, all that. Because tightness and soreness, like if you have a sore neck, for example, it will affect your running, at least in my case. So make sure everything's loosey-goosey and relaxed. Once I'm done with the warm-up, I feel loose, I feel relaxed. I also already have a sort of elevated heart rate, so that once I get to those first hard efforts, it doesn't go from zone 0, zone 1 all the way to zone 4, but it only bumps up 1 or 2 zones, so it doesn't feel as hard. Or it feels hard, but it doesn't feel like that big of a reach, so it's not as big of a shock to the system, I feel like. But yeah, that's it. Like, there's nothing special there. I try and feel out which places hurt this time, and I give them a little extra TLC. Apart from that, I only warm up when it's gonna get hard and difficult. That's what she said. And I'm not as bothered when it comes to easy runs. And yeah, that's about it. Now, as for the most popular warm-up routine, this is something I've been doing for years, even before I had a coach, even before I knew better. It's really quite simple. I honestly do believe that just about every runner out there does this. And even outside running, this is the type of stuff that you can do, whether you're lifting weights or doing gymnastics or playing frisbee golf, what have you. This is the type of warm-up people do and still stay healthy. So I'm not saying it's good for you, but this is the reality, I believe. So once you get outside, shake your legs, shake your hands, shake your arms, make sure the watch is getting ready, picking up that GPS. Feel like you're actually getting ready, nervous, shaky, loosey-goosey, and go. Yeah, but that's it for this week. Like I said, I'm not gonna share like a specific routine. Find what works for you. For example, if we have different mobilities, then what I do doesn't probably work for you, and vice versa. So, and even though I joke around, I don't actually have any sports science background, so I don't feel like I'm the right person to give out that sort of advice. Do your own research, find out what works for you, try and stay safe whilst warming up. Any case, that's it for this week. Hope each and every one of you has a glorious day. Take care. Bye.